Hello everybody. Okay, I'm finally almost there in finally getting this room together, and I promised a more detailed tour of my craft room. So recently I just changed rooms, and the room that I was in was much more bigger than this. And I still have a lot of stuff in the other room. This was one of my two of my kids' bedroom. Two of the youngest ones slept in here. In fact, this is still the armoire that was in their room, and underneath this space here, it's empty because a bed would go there, and then the armoire goes all the way around. And this will be moved into my youngest son's room. I don't know when, because it's a job that really I don't care to do. The doors are all, it needs to be, because it's almost all not taken apart, but not exactly put together well. So yeah, I would have anyways had to take everything out, and we would have to put it together really good. And it's packed full, so the doors aren't even closing. So where should I start? There's my window, and I don't really get much light in here because well, in the afternoon I do, because the sun is setting on this side, and straight ahead there's the beach. So, and I don't get lots of light in here either, because my sister did this little roof on her side of the patio, because her door is that way, so to go into the house. So this is the window that I have. I have a few wooden boxes that have to be done, some cigar boxes. These cats, I want to do all three of them. I started one but stopped because I didn't know how to continue it. An idea will come up sooner or later, and I'll start with them. This is a little shelf unit that's in this armoire, and I have some of my journals in here, and it's just some stuff that, you know, I've made. I have this little booklet that I made that has 3 inchies in it. I have a video on that. Oh dear. And my inchies are falling out. Sorry about the wobbling, you guys. Signs upside down. This is a sign that says Creazione. It means create in Italian. And then down here I have these longer stencils that I'm not sure where I have to put them, but there's just a few. But I do want to find a spot for them where they'll be laying flat. These are the canvases that I tried the pouring thing on. Didn't work because I don't have the right products, and I recently ordered the Liquitex pouring solution because I couldn't find that product that everybody's using. So underneath this spot here where a bed should go, I took advantage of putting my table. This is my sewing table. I've always had the mat on here, and I've always used it for cutting fabric because I'm a quilter as well. And this is where I always cut fabric when I need to. So for now, it's here. For now, everything's staying where they're staying. I don't feel like doing this because it's a big job. I have to take apart this. I have to take apart the one that's in his room, and then I have to take apart one that I want to put in the place of this. That's not an armoire, but it's a big, huge, I guess you guys would call it a buffet, and it's got, you know, drawers and cabinets, and I want it in this room because it'll be great for this room. And in here I keep all my 12 by 12 stencils. In here I have other miscellaneous stencils in this red thing here. And then in here I have all my ephemera. These are office things. They're office whatchamacallits. Can't remember what they're called, but yeah, some of them are. And this is my sewing machine. The other day I got the idea of getting a shopping bag that was in cloth, and I painted on it, because the one that I did have here to cover my machine was always a bag, a cloth bag, but it was really tight, and every time I had to put it on and take it off. So I thought this fits, and I sat there and started painting it. That's where I keep my jelly plate. And then I have my cutter, my scissors, and this is an ironing mat. And this is fabric that I just dyed last night. I wanted it to become like a watercolor type of thing, and then I stenciled. They're all done with you know, the watercolor effect, but they're all stenciled in white paint, all different. So I will be doing a project on this soon. I'm thinking of doing a pillow, and I'm going to try to do this pillow without using a sewing machine. So if anybody wants to see how I do this, I'm going to try to do it without a sewing machine, but thinking how am I going to close the cushion by hand. That's going to be difficult. So coming along here now, I have, this is where I keep all my beads, all the stuff I need, the rings and, you know, the chains and metal embellishments, and these are all beads here. And then this one here instead has like gesso. Actually these are paper clay. Those ones are paper clay. These ones are gesso here. And I have miscellaneous things. I'm hoping that I can find another one of these because I really like it for your own embellies that you make. Like I have clay tiles, and I have painted fabric and butterflies, and these are things that I have made. They're not bought. Metal hearts that I've made. And this is probably the biggest mess that I have in this room right now to do. Whenever I have something from the kitchen, a zipper, or what could I tell you? These things I found the other day, they were for planting. These things from cans. I just come in here, old jewelry, I just come in here and drop them off into this cupcake thing. And but today, while I was cleaning up the room to do this video, I started finding little baskets full of, you know, all different stuff. So it's all here, and I have to take care of that. Another 2 little boxes here. And usually all this stuff is going to fit or in these. They have a place here in these, or in these IKEA drawer things. What you see here in the middle instead is everything I need for the jelly plate. Anything, not stencils, but marking tools for the jelly plate. And that they're both packed full, that box and what's on top, of all different types of stuff that I found to use on the jelly plate. So going on here now, here I keep all my mica powders and primary elements and Lindy Stamp Gang thingamajiggers. And this one is my silks. A lot of them are already empty. Glitter. Okay, it's not easy to film while you're trying to, you know, tools. Oh dear. And this is a carrying case that I would bring with me whenever I had a fair. And I just keep it this way all the time. There's measuring tape, there's nails, there's thumbtacks, there's tape, there's price things, there's a pen. Anything I would need at the fair, the staples for the stapler. And I keep it in here so that way it's, you know, always ready to go, even though I'm not doing fairs. These are those, you know, electrical ties and things like that, and little tiny hammer. In this one I have burning tool, wood burning tool, an extra heat gun, not a heat gun, sorry, an extra glue gun. And what else? And I think there's even a stencil burner in here, something to burn stencils with. This one instead, this is lots of fun. This has, the first one has all different types of belts and buckles. The second one instead has all different types of ephemera, you know, these things like this. Everything and anything is in here, like old kids' toys, their glasses, you know, the ones that they wear when 3D movie and things like that. Another drawer. I think this is mostly game pieces. It's got puzzles, dynamos, it's got Scrabble pieces, it's got bingo pieces, and then there's more animals in the back there. This is always miscellaneous, bottles and bottle caps. And actually I'm going to put those bottle caps with the other ones that I just recently put away with the what are those tea light tins? So I'll keep all the metal together. And in here it's miscellaneous too. There's, you know, there's stuff that I can use when I'm doing canvases like this. I keep everything. I don't throw anything away. In here I have, you know, those things that you put underneath the chairs. I was using them for marking tools for the jelly plate, and then I had some left over in here. This is a box of, you know, nails that I need for canvases or anything really. Then I have a little collection of oh, what are these called? Coasters. And this is shelf lining, more coasters. That's about it in there. I'll close it later. In here, this is one of the cupboards, probably the only cupboard that I occupied. No, actually I occupied the other ones. And there's no shelf in here right now. So like I'm just piling the things in here right now because I am so confused because I have so much stuff that I just need to get rid of, and that's it. I just need to get rid of it. This is another one. I think the last one has still games in there of my kids, and there's old summer hats, and the rest here are my stuff, but it's just... So going around this side, there's an apron hanging there, and Victor made me that. That wool hat, that was my father-in-law's hat. I remember him wearing it. And that's my hat when I go out in the garden, when I do go out in the garden. That's a little panel that I bought years ago from my friend's store. And I have a little chair in here if somebody wants to sit down. Actually, I'm going to trade this chair for one that I have over there. It's a nice big country chair. I really like it, and I want to bring it in this room, so this one can go. And that's what I showed the other day in the thing. What that is called primitive rug hooking, and it's actually done with old clothing, old wool clothing, and it's done on canvas. No, I'm sorry, not canvas, on burlap. It's done on burlap, and the needle is like a crochet needle, but it has a big wooden handle. So, and it's called a primitive, you know, rug hooking. And I pretty much taught myself out of a book. I have some things that I have to hang. This a friend of mine made for me. It's a crazy patchwork. Not crazy, it's paper piecing. That's what it's called. And I wanted to show you another one here that another friend of mine, we're three girls here that know each other, and we always, you know, always, once upon a time, because I don't sew that much anymore, but we used to go to one store in particular where we would buy all our fabrics and everything, and that's how we became friends. We all met in this store, a girl that was doing the courses, the patchwork courses, and my friend made this. Like, look at the detail of this. She made her sister a blanket like this for her sister's son when he was born, and it was done with all these little squares plus squares of fabric. It was completely different. And she had an extra square done, and she gave it to me. But look at that. I hope it's focusing. Like, this is, she's crazy. I always say, you are crazy. The detail she did all by, you know, hand and everything. She's something else. And she's the friend that, you know, usually helps me when I have, oh, that I forgot to show you too. And there, you know what I have? I have knitting needles. No, not knitting needles. Safety pins, needles for the sewing machine, more junk here that I have to take care of. I have these upholstery needles that are really cool, and these ones here that came off of a chair. This chair that I was telling you about, actually, that's what they came off of. Back then when I reupholstered it, I took them off and I never put them on again. But these are so cool to use in some kind of canvas or something, you know. So yeah, I have those. And I have other upholstery nails that I bought recently too that I have to do something. So coming around, so this is my door to come into the room. And coming around here, I have these two bookshelves. That other shelf there, when I get that other big piece of furniture in here that will hold, that will probably be gone. And I would love to put in here, I would love to put in here a little armchair where if I want to, you know, sit down and do something, because I do a lot of sewing too by hand. I love sewing by hand. And if I want to, you know, I can watch something in here on the video because I don't watch television anymore. I'm always on the computer watching videos or movies or documentaries, and documentaries is my passion. So up here, I have baskets and sorts that have to be taken care of as well too. It's still kind of messy up there. Flowers. That friend of mine that I just showed you the thing, she made me this too. It's a little dragonfly done out of fabric. And she gets all these beautiful things out of these Tilda books here, which is an artist from, I think, the Netherlands. But she's something. Like, these are the type of things. And my friend makes these dolls too. I always tell her, you're crazy, because I would never do. Too tedious. These are quilting stencils. A big one that I have to take care of. I have to find a place for these things. So those were all quilting books up there. I think I'm too far again, you guys. I'm sorry. These are other quilting books, encyclopedias that have home decor, and that one there, these 5 volumes here are all on different things of crafting, sewing, painting, anything you can think of. More quilting books. That's another encyclopedia of sewing. That's all sewing. And then underneath there I have a whole bunch of magazines and things like that. And most of these magazines are always creative magazines as well too. And I was just watching a video. First I saw Betsy Doodle, and then I saw the video of Dawn on Let's Make a Mess, and they were doing these tags. Betsy Doodle showed the tags made out of magazines, and then I went to Dawn's video, and I still have to finish watching it. And I stopped the video because nobody's home, and I can finally record without anybody disturbing me. So and I'm thinking of those magazines. I'm sorry, I'll put these here. These my son gave me one year for Christmas or my birthday, I can't remember, and I want to put them in this room. They were in the other room too. These were always in that other room too. Actually, they were in my old craft room, not my old craft room, because I've changed my craft room 100 times. So those are the magazines, and I want to try doing those tags. Like, they are something out of this world. I gotta fix this. You'd think I cleaned everything, and not cleaned. I didn't clean. I kind of organized more. So that was that shelf. Going on to this shelf instead here, here is more of a showcase of stuff that I have. That beautiful statue there in the back, that was done of a friend of mine that lives nearby. That house was done by me. There's a video on that. A little canvas I did. This little turtle pulling the thing. I had done that for table setting tag, you know, to put like Cambria family or what, I can't remember what they're called, place setting, I can't remember, but I had done that to show a friend of mine, and she ended up picking something else. This is years going back. On this other shelf, I love little knickknacks of antiques and things like that. Like, this is just something that they used to use on the weights. This is a little sewing thing, oiler. These are the stamps they used to use to make this type of marmalade that they make here in Italy. And then they put the marmalade in here. I can't remember what this fruit is called, but it's something like an apple. And you can't eat it like an apple. We do marmalade with it. But what they do then was they would put it in the stamp, and then they would put it in the sun to dry out, and we would eat it we still do. We eat it for Christmas as like a candy, because it becomes like a candy, and it's really good. This is an old weight thing too. We used to have this, and then these old locks that, actually these old locks here, see, there's one, and there's another. These old locks came from underneath my table there. I have those 2 antique things which are full. The bottom one is full of kids books that were in this room before. They were all on the shelf there. And the top one instead is full of all the knickknacks that were in this room, because this room was more on the nautical style. So I had a whole bunch of, you know, wooden lighthouses and wooden birds and things like that in this room to decorate it. And they're all in there right now. So those will be soon finding a place as well. Let me see here. There's somebody that wants to come in. Oh, my poor baby. What's the matter? Can you see her, you guys? What's the matter? You can come in if you want. Yes, you can. Come on. Okay, so funny because I'm trying to clean this room, you know, and she lies down right in the middle of the floor. She'll put herself there, and I'm stepping over her. Do you think she would move? No. So, yeah, more knickknacks. Things that people have made me. Kathy! And you know who you are. This is something that I made. I have a video on this too. If you guys are interested, tell me and I'll give you the links. Somebody sent me this. I can't remember who it was though. If you guys see it, please remind me, because I received two. One I have put away. And that hardback there Annie sent me. And then on top here, instead, I have always stuff that I have to organize still. Like there's that bottle thing there that I should decorate one year and give it away for Christmas. That's full of knitting needles. This mannequin here I made out of mesh, and then it's covered with newspaper, still to finish. It's been there for years, and I still have never finished it. And yeah, I have birdhouses. Those baskets are full of something. I don't know. One of them, I think, have all these strips of fabric that are attached one to another, tiny strips. And then I crochet these strips and make a carpet out of it. So I made this huge carpet, didn't like it, took it apart, and then put all the strips back into balls, and they're in that basket. So that's something I have to do too. So here instead, here I have napkins in this one here. Scraps of designer paper, cutouts and cards, good images and things like that. These are things that I have to go through as well too. That I don't know what's in that red box. These are school books of my kids, especially the art ones that have beautiful pictures in them and things like that. That's another idea to cut out from for making those tags that Dawn is making. Beautiful. And then I have my old books here, and an old dictionary and some kids books and things like that that I use, you know, to rip out pages. The two wooden boxes underneath there are full of kids stuff, pencils, chalks, scissors, and things like that. And that's about it. Here instead, if you guys remember a time ago, and who doesn't know, there's always a video on that too, with these type of boxes that we had at the store. I made two fairy houses, which I'll show you now. Then my son brought me these, and I, up till now, have covered them with scraps of paper. They come like this with this little ribbon that pulls to open. And I'm thinking of keeping the ribbon there, because it is a good way to open and close them. So in one I have paper. This is all going to be paper products. These still have to be labeled and, you know, organized better as well too. These are papers that I have that were old school papers, and I'm keeping them to do jelly printing. So I'm probably going to write down here, you know, on this papers to do jelly printing. This is all brown paper bags, brown paper. This is an antique paper that's brown too. So these are going to stay in here. These are food boxes or wrappers that I like, and so I'm keeping for, you know, journaling and things like that. These ones are still empty. One is going to be with envelopes. These are two small ones that are really cute. So these are to be finished as well too. These are going to be, you know, decorated more, and then I'm going to be labeling them too, so I don't have to go crazy opening them up all the time, all of them, to see what's in there. This sewing basket, I can't remember who it was that I saw do this like this. I can't remember, you guys, for the life of me. If I remember to look her up, and I'll leave the link. It's not finished yet. I still have to finish spraying it, and yeah, but it's an old sewing basket that I have other boxes in here right now. This instead is an antique sewing box as well too. There still is this market that they do once a month here in town, and And there was this guy that used, and it's an antique thing, and there was this guy that used to come from England once a month. He actually lived in the next city. 6 months out of the year he would live here in Sicily, and 6 months out of the year he would live in England. And I guess this was his job. He would, he had so much stuff. It like every time, what I got from him too, one of those mills that, not mills, the ones that would make the yarn. I have one of those, which I've lent to a friend of mine that has a sewing store, and she's had it sewn. And I do want to redo this, so I have all my sewing stuff in here. This is another little tray that I can just pick up and bring with me to the bedroom. It's always a hand sewing projects in here. Just have some fabric there. I hope this video comes out good, you guys. I hope I'm not wobbling around too much for you. So there instead I have all my ribbons. And in these boxes I have tags that, our food tag, clothing tags and everything, that's full of that. And fibers and wool. And then all these 3 baskets under here that I have covered with a cloth because it gets really dusty. Those are fabrics as well too, miscellaneous fabrics. And these are doilies that Victor sent me that I have to take care of too. I have to put it in the right box. And yeah, so coming along here instead, this is a piece of furniture that my husband had once upon a time in the store, and on each shelf there was a faucet in display. So it was a display for faucets, and he didn't want it anymore because it was taking up too much space. He might not even have the company anymore, and he was left with this, and I brought it home and I put little shelves in it because the ones that were, the faucets were in like a plexiglass. They were attached to this plexiglass, and which was stupid of me because I could have taken the faucet out and keep the plexiglass. But anyways, I made shelves, and I have big bottled paints here, like these ones here from Deco Art. These I've had for years and years. Like this was, the table was painted with this. There was a store that was really good here. They had everything from Deco Art. Is it Deco Art or Art Deco? I'm getting confused with Art Deco because here in Italy there's a place called Art Deco. So yeah, these are Deco Art paints, which have this beautiful satin finish, and I was using these for furniture. They're perfect for furniture as well too. So yeah, I have other paints here, other Deco Art. These are my big tube paints, and here I have miscellaneous paints that I have to be using up. I have them on top. The other day my niece was here and I showed her the jelly printing, and we were like using up that. And then the side here I use for displaying. I usually have my quilting rulers all hanging here. There's a couple of them there. Then on the other side is more paints. There's my 3 sons, my 3 oldest sons. That's Giorgio in the middle, my baby that's not with us anymore. The oldest Vito, and then Joey. And I found this picture the other day because I found a whole bunch of frames that I had in this room that weren't hanging on the wall anymore. So I just back then must have put them, here for keepsake, intending to hang them again, and I forgot completely about. So I took that one picture out, and all the other picture frames I brought over there. These are the things that I used to make out of wood. I have all these little, animal shaped things. I used to cut them myself, and I used to sell these in the markets a lot. And these little cowbells that cost me a fortune. This little cowbell, because it's made by hand. Like it cost me just this one little cowbell. I think they wanted $3 for, but I really, really like it. I would like to buy more of these and make a chime. So that's one of the things that I have. And then this is all my paints that I have, color coded, most of them. Most of them. Then on the bottom there I have glitter paints. And then here on the bottom, because this piece of furniture was strange this way. Well, it's not strange. If you guys knew what it was used for, you would understand. So in here there's this type of shelf. Can you see that? And I think that was to put the pamphlets in of this company of faucets. Yeah, it was a faucet company. So let me get up again. And this is going along this wall here. I have one card here, and on the bottom On the top I have, you know, the most used mediums and things, glues and gessos, and then the bottom I have, the second shelf I have all my sprays, and then the bottom there I have other Deco Art paints. And on the other side, because I have them organized in these boxes, if I want to grab one of these boxes I can, and they're set them on the table instead of bending down and looking for the color. And on the other side I have all my dimensional paints. So it's just a matter of turning the cart around too if you want to, you know, find something. So yeah. Then here, right behind my desk, these are the two little houses that I made back then. One is for stencils. This one here is for stencils. And I have them all in these folders, and I have a video of that too. I don't have a video of these houses. I was showing this house in two videos. I showed the progress, but I do not actually have videos making these houses, and they're all decorated on the sides and everything. I had a ball doing this. I would keep on doing them if I knew what to do with them, because, you know, two are enough. On this side here. Yeah, I had a really good time making them. I had a ball. And then that's the other one there. This is just happy mail that I received from Angela Rossetti. And that's the other one. I made it completely different with, as you know, the roof is concerned. And you know what? I left, you know, the openings there to stick things in. Like right now I have probably my most used stamp, because this is the stamping house. And my most used two stamps I have here. And in here are my little stamps. Well, not so little. There are some background stamps in there too, but not because background stamps have to be big, because there are small background stamps as well too. So while I was cleaning, because I'm still cleaning in that room, trying to organize what I want and what I don't want, I found this on the shelf, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use it. I had never used it. I bought it and I painted it ivory, and I never used it. And I thought, you know what, for now I'm going to use it for my ATCs. And on one there's ATCs that are finished, ATCs almost finished, and ATCs on the go. And then that's the side of this house. And as I go around, I'll show you the other side. Okay. And this is the other side of the house. I know you guys probably can't catch it really good. In this cart instead, I have all my marking tools, you know, for whatever, jelly plating or things. And these are the stamps that I own. This is what I have, and this is, you know, I'm trying my hardest not to buy any more stamps, because I really don't. I'm more of a stencil girl. I can't resist stencils, but I have to use the stamps that I have. So there's these and what's in the house. It's not very many, because I see people that have much more, but for me they're more than enough. Underneath here I have other mediums that are not too much used, and on the bottom as well too. And then this is the shelf that was already in this room. This is a big shelving unit. This used to be a window, because this room with another 3 rooms going that way was a huge living room at one time. My mother-in-law used to live in this house. And so she gave us most of it and took a little part of it. Now they're both dead, and I have the whole house, but it's more of a storage over there at my mother-in-law's. It's used for storage. I did have my craft room over there, but I felt lonely, cold in the winter, and hot in the summer. So as you could see, I have more boxes all the way back there, all the way there, and it's great storage. It's a great storage. Like I said, it used to be a window. More boxes. These plastic containers, which I love, because I love using plastic containers, because you can see right through them and you know what you're looking for off the bat. Here I have, let's see, I have the Deco Art metallic lusters, and then on top there, in the little one, there's my Italian brand of, you know, waxes and things like that. Then I have, God, I've had this for years, you guys. I've had this since I've been 20. My pan pastels, and then in this box here I have my gelatos. Here I have, these are full of ATCs, And these are my wooden blocks, which are beautiful to use. Let me see here. Which are beautiful to use on the jelly plates, on fabric and everything. Like, they're not that great on paper, you guys, unless you probably have a nice foam pad underneath. But I specifically bought them for the jelly plates, so I use them mostly. And the 2 boxes are full of these ones here. This is the biggest one that didn't fit in the box. It didn't come in the box. And then in this box here, I have my wooden stamps, the wooden stamps that I own. And in here, I have all my alphabet stamps. And then in here, I have alcohol inks, I have stickles and liquid pearls, I have embossing powders, and the other one, I can't remember what was in the other one. This is all embossing stuff anyways. I have to put away as well too. It's probably the only thing I didn't do today. Then down here I have marking tools. This is all for paper, and I would love to buy another one of these to organize paper. And these are my go-to journals that I go to. I go to this one because this is the one that Nina Rabina gave me, and I do her prompts in here. This is Victor's, and I love playing in there because he did a beautiful job in that one. And there's just journals in there, and down here as well too I have journals. In this piece of furniture here, I have the Big Shot and all the dies going underneath there. The bottom shelf is dies for sewing, because I have dies for sewing as well too. And other dies. There's alphabet dies, the big long ones and things like that. And then these 2 boxes of here of dies. And I showed you this. And then down here, so we'll go back here again. My radio, the paper holder, the box of feet. I'll show you the antiques that I pick up. And these are my what are they called? Stamping pads. And I have some pens there that I never use, the markers. Actually, those were given to me. These Pro Aqua. They're nice. I have used them, but I don't know. I should put them in the drawer beside my desk. Probably grab them even better. And stays on, and I have a few of everything. Those are the Ranger ones that I have. And these are the feet. Well, this isn't a foot. This came into a quilting project. That one there. This is a foot. Let me see if it'll stay up by itself. And this one. And I want to make dolls out of these. I know, I said I was going to and I didn't. Okay, so up there I showed you. And here, it's probably the last thing. It's where I keep all my stuff as well too. This is, oh dear. So there's a beautiful thing that Rita Marie sent me. Hi, sweetie. And a basket that Victor sent me. Lori sent me my little rabbit. And I mean, behind here is my little heart. I love these things. This too, I made this myself with painted fabrics. I love this basket. This Victor sent me. And he sent me another one too. It's probably put away someplace. This little tin that I made years and years ago. And this is another placing that I did for a wedding or something like that. And it's a picture of us. Yeah. Pictures of my son Vido, my nieces. This I used to have in my old, oh, what's that called? We used to have this shed where I had a kitchen in there. And the shed was used in the wintertime because we had a wood burning stove in there, which... Oh, I love cooking on that wood burning stove. It was so nice. And I used to bake in it too. So, and I had this piece in that room, and it held all my spices, and I brought it in here. I would like to paint it. And because it's nice to display stuff on. Those fishies I did too. There's a video. That's something Victor sent me as well too. And that thing I have rose petals. And I love that tag. It says, "You don't choose your family. They're a gift of God. They are God's gift to you." Those apples I did, that little Benny rabbit I did myself too when I was doing woodworking. Cup, thing of gloves that I never wear and I ruin my hands all the time. Beads. It's got a little bit of everything here. The drawers are probably full of I don't know what. These instead, this was a beautiful piece of furniture that I bought a couple of years ago that was in an antique shop. It's a thrift store actually, probably the only one we have in our town. And me and my sister went and she goes, look what our friend picked out to bring home, and I fell in love with it. And my friend found out that I fell in love with it, and she told the guy to tell me that she didn't want it anymore, so I went right away and bought it. So I tagged everything because I hate opening up 100 drawers to find, you know, it's always the last place you look. So I put flowers in this one. The drawers that I can't open because they're too full, flowers, and I've taken them all and put them in, you know, little baggies so they're easier to get at. Somebody's home, you guys, so mind you if they start talking. This is bling. But I do have in here, I do have in here, and there's all my, the stickers that I own. This is what's in here. And bling, you know, as in bling. Okay. This is foam, leather, and paper. I haven't opened up this drawer in the longest time. I guess it's that, foam. These are made out of foam. There's foam here that Nancy Vastine sent me. And yeah, there's all foam stuff in here and pieces of leather probably, because if it says leather, that means there's leather. This is my chipboard drawer. There's a variety. There's a bit of even metal embellishments. These are the butterflies that I made for my grandson's door decorator, you know, for when he was born. But we took it down because the burlap on it got really faded. So my daughter-in-law gave it back to me. She said, take it apart. You know, if you want to keep the butterflies, keep them. But, you know, the rest was faded. It wasn't even worth saving. In here, there's unfinished albums, which I can't open. In here I keep all my string and wire. Oh dear. In here, what's in here? Oh, it was watercoloring stuff. It still has some pencils and things like that, but I actually moved my watercolor stuff lately. This is probably, see this here, I made here starch water, which didn't turn out that well, because I wanted to do marbling. And does anybody know what alum is? I don't. So these are envelopes and you know, stuff that I can use for postage and things. More envelopes and little papers here, the little packs of paper. This is getting hard, you guys, with my, this says tissue paper and rice paper, and that's what's in here. Okay, this is all lace. It's all in baggies and things like that, but it's so hard to open this drawer. I have to find a solution because I don't want to have problems opening the drawer, so I might have to empty one of these drawers out. I don't know which one yet, and make 2 drawers of lace. So that way it's put in better. These are buttons, all different types of buttons. Back here I have, you know what I buy is these tea things to put my buttons in. And I used to have them in display, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to put them away because I have too much stuff in display, and too much stuff in display is not good. It's confusional. This is, oops, I'll take it off. Okay. And then in here is all small beads. The sun is getting really strong in here, huh? I told you, this around this time, all small beads, other beads here. Yeah, this is my bead drawer. And then, put the key back in. In here I have, oh, my little trinket fell. in here I have designer paper. So when I was telling you about those quilting books that we use, the Tilda quilting books, you guys probably know these, know this brand anyways. These are all my Tilda papers. Beautiful papers, look at that. Love these ones. Which I hardly ever use. I gotta get them out. I have given a lot away when in the past with Happy Mail. And you guys, Happy Mail for me is becoming a dream. Because, you know, I don't understand why the prices went skyrocket here in Italy. It's just, I just can't. The other day I sent something away that was 100 grams, you guys. It cost me 22 euro for 100 grams. And this is other paper as well too, which is kind of mixed. There's some Christmas paper in here that my darling friend Nancy Vastine sent me, and I have to use this stuff up. This is a challenge that Rita Marie and Callie did. Callie did the jar that month with a fairy on it, but it was kind of a silhouette. That's what it is. Instead, Rita had done the fairy out of a cork, and I did it a different way, and I did both challenges in one. Instead of doing the silhouette, I put my fairy in the jar, and it lights up too, so it's really cute. This is one of the dolls that I did that I still have to put the wings in on her, and she's on a foot. See that? It's a furniture foot. And yeah, I think I showed you guys this. So let me back up and show you. This is another set of drawers that I have. This was an old kitchen of my sister's, and here I have all my small dies and some cutters and things like that. These are all miscellaneous. Like there's some, you know, pads here and the ATC gun. Is that what it's called? ATC, ATG. Other marking tools. These drawers can be fixed up as well. This is my watercoloring drawer. And some punches. Sorry you guys, I'm showing you my floor. And more punches. And this is my desk, which is always messy. Yeah, always messy. So I have this piece beside my desk that holds, you know, brushes and other tools and things like that. And then in these drawers here, I'm not even going to open them, you guys. Like it's like tapes and this is, you know, the pencils that I use and thing. And I always keep my black the black pad in there. Different types of papers, and then the bottom drawer has my crocodile, it has the glue gun and things like that, and computer. In this drawer here I keep like my baby wipes, I keep cloths, wax paper. I have a bag full of, you know, cereal bags that I use instead of wax paper, baby wipes. And then in the bottom drawer is junk. It's junk. I have to clean that out too. So there's still a lot of stuff that I have to do. And this piece here, we attach this piece to my desk. It'll fold back down if I want to. But when I was sewing back then, I needed more room, you know, to lay your big quilts on and things like that. So we attached this thing to my desk. Back then, it was only my desk in my hallway. That was my big craft room. It was my desk and a little piece of furniture that held all my fabrics. Then I started growing and growing and growing in fabrics. And there's my baby girl. We want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Cuckoo. Hello, my lovely girl. No, she's camera shy. So that's it, you guys. I'm sorry if you got bored. But when you look at this, look, you're looking at Italy, you're looking at Sicily. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't miss out on anything. If you have any questions, just ask me. I would love to answer them. And if you want to see anything, any videos that I showed you of things that I made, tell me and I'll give you the links. So instead of me going around now and finding the links for all the stuff that I made, it's useless now. Tell me if you want to see something, and I'll you know, I'll give you the link. So everybody have a great day. It's Saturday today. Everybody have a great Sunday, a great week, and until the next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.